First of all, I want to kind of say I feel a little validated. I was talking to this young woman yesterday, and she asked me what's my biggest dating tip, okay? Hear me out. I promise I have a point. I said, do not marry a guy solely because you just love each other. Now hold on to your panties. Wait a second. I said, sure, if you want the romantic woo-woo stuff, okay, great. You want the spark, you want the va-va-boom. Of course, you want to be attracted to them. I get that. However, when the bills start billing, when certain financial crises arise, as they do throughout life, if you guys have children, if those children have any health issues, you cannot pay the bills with the fact that you guys love each other. And I was watching this family divorce lawyer and mediator who I've tagged below. If you're watching on YouTube, I'm going to try to remember to put her name in the comment section. And she basically said that the biggest indicator that a relationship is doomed is if it was solely built on what? Love. You didn't take time to look at things on paper, how things are going to make sense, how your finances are going to come together or not come together. There's no prenup, there's no plan, there's no savings, there's nothing. And she also goes on to say that love changes. It can go away. It can fluctuate. You might have to work at it, but money is gonna money if it's available to money, if you've made a plan for that money, if there's some kind of prenup in place for that money. So if you guys fall out of love, you will still be good. Your children will still be good. And the whole point of the discussion was how she was talking about how does marriage benefit women? Long story short, the history of marriage was never to benefit us. It's still basically not here to benefit us. So if you're going to do it as a woman, you need to make sure it will benefit you in some way. And I hear so many women say, well, if things don't work out, we'll just get divorced and I'll just get half. One of my mutuals on this app, she said that half is only a lot if you're marrying somebody who has a substantial amount of money. Half is not going to work with your partner who works at the call center for $40,000 to $50,000 or even $60,000 a year. And then you got to pay the lawyers, and you got to factor in the fact that you're paying bills on your own now. Alimony is not guaranteed. And just because a judge orders child support, trust me, it don't mean they're going to actually pay it. Whenever I hear a woman tell me, oh, well, if it doesn't work out, I'll just do this, I just think, bless your heart. In my southern accent, bless your heart. They say it like I'll just, like you just go to the store and you just buy a carton of milk. You just go buy some bread. It's just as easy. It's just that easy. But those of us who have actually gone through the legal system and we have been through the rigmarole, it's not just easy. There might be a small percentage of women who have it easy when they go through a divorce process and child custody, either because they had an amazing lawyer or they had a really good prenup. But I'm trying to think over my entire life. Have I ever spoken to a woman who told me that her divorce was just easy? And I literally can't think of one. I know they're out there. I know there's some women who made out really well financially. However, that is because they had a prenup and they married someone who had a substantial amount of money. Other than that, I don't know of any women who just walked away after just doing A, B, C, or D and didn't have to rebuild from financial ruin. So I say all that to say this. It's important to be attracted to someone. I'm not telling you to just get with some boob that you have to put a paper sack over your head when you guys are intimate. That is important. I do want you to fall in love. But as women, patriarchy has conditioned us to just totally neglect our futures and common sense and our brains, and just to go frolicking off in the forest with no plan and no clue how things are going to come together because we love each other. And I can tell you this, when me and my ex-husband first got together, I loved him and I thought we were going to be together forever. And when it came time to go to court and he kept playing games and trying to drag me back and forth, none of that love mattered. When it was time to pay bills, none of that love mattered. If I can't force anybody to do anything, and if you just want to go off of love and a prayer and hope for the best, you know what? I'm happy for you, and I sincerely hope it works out, because I don't want anybody to go through the things that I went through. But it would be in your best interest to, okay, I'm attracted to this guy. We love each other. What does our financial future look like? If things don't go as planned, what does my financial future look like? What does the financial future of my children look like after that? If things go wrong, I hope they don't. But if they do, how is that going to affect me and any children that we have? If you're not thinking about all those things, that marriage is not going to benefit you in any way other than add more work into your life. Well, I just want somebody to sleep next to. I just want a companion. What happens if your companion passes away unexpectedly or becomes disabled and they can't, necessarily do all the things that you're wanting a companion, whatever those things are, to do? What happens if your loving companion decides that they want to run off with the next door neighbor and start a new life together? Then what? You need to be able to answer how other than love, which is fleeting, ever changing, could be here today, gone tomorrow. If this ends, if I marry this person, how is it going to benefit me in any way? And spare me the BS Hallmark card, but it'll show me that I opened my heart. And okay, Karen, you can't pay for groceries with that. You can't pay a car note with that, a mortgage with that, insurance with none of that. Us women need to BFFR. Okay, be in love. Sure, I get it. Invite me to your wedding. I'll buy you the best gift. I'll get you something off of your wish list. But I'm going to need you to be smart. If you think for 1 second, I don't care how much your partner loves you and y'all look lovingly into each other's eyes, if you think for 1 second he didn't look at you and think, how can I benefit from her? You're delusional, sweetie. So just like they look out for themselves, self-preservation is at the forefront with men. I need you to think the same way. There's not too many things we can learn from men, and that is definitely one of the things we can learn from them.